In this video, I'm going to go over the process of how I figure out how to color something new. In this case, it is my Pancake keycaps. I decide to use chalk pastels because I feel like that's going to give the softest kind of look that I'm going for. I scrape them off, and I check the color, make sure I like it, which I do. So I take the first keycap that has nothing on it, and I put the pigment on there just to see how it looks. I know it's not going to look good because there's no sticky tackiness to it, and that's why I get a matte sealant and I put it on the second one. I'll go back to the first one, put more powder on there just to see how it would look. I don't like it at all. So I decide to mix some of the pigments into the clear coat and see how that would look on top. You gotta try a lot of different things to see what you like. So far as I'm doing it, I hate it. But I want to know, what it looks like. Then I start filling in the little crevasses, also with the mixed pigment paint. I still don't like it, but I figure maybe I'll like it in the end. Maybe I can make it work. Now I go back to the second one that I put the clear coat on, and I don't know if you can tell, but the pigments stick much, much better. So I put it on, see what I like. I've never made pancakes before. I did compare them. I definitely like the one I'm holding much better now. I also realized that I lost some of the lightness of the corners, so I think this is like a peachy pastel, and I tried to put some on the corners to see if it helps. I decided to just slap some butter on there because I really need to know what it looked like with the butter on there. I made it too white, so then I wiped it off and put more yellowy butter on there. Now we're skipping ahead to making the maple syrup. A good trick to know what color your alcohol dyes are is to take some of it and smear it on your bottle if there is a white spot. So that's what I did. So I get some UV resin and I mix a drop of the alcohol ink. Test it out, see how I like it. Anyway, I put it on there. I realized immediately this is going to be messy, and that when I do these for real, I'm going to have to figure out how to keep the resin from going past the bottom of the keycap. But I'm looking at it and I like it, it's doing alright. I definitely made notes of a few things I want to do differently. I needed more yellow all around, but, not bad. Okay, so here's for real. I get my keycaps, put them on the keycap holder. I decide they all need the sealant, matte sealant, so the pigments will stick. Of course, wait for the sealant to dry before you put the pigments on. And I got my little pile of pigments and I smush it all on there. I put separate colors on just to get maybe some variance. You can't tell, but I tried. And you just do this for a while. I did wet my brush a teeny bit when I put it in the crevices just to make the pigments a little darker. Now, I don't show it in the video, but I do 2 layers of pigments. You do this one, you spray seal it, and then do another pigment. So I have yellow and white, which I'm using all on the edges to give it that light, fluffy pancake look. And these are done. These have 2 coats of pigment, and then I decide to obviously paint the butter. Very important step. And then I seal it again. Everything gets sealed a lot. I don't want the UV resin getting everywhere, so I make a makeshift tape barrier. I put it on folded thick white paper, and this is my maple syrup. I am maple syruping. This actually took a very long time. Everything I do takes a long time, so there should be no surprise. But I figured out a solution for any syrup that gets too past the keycap is to cut it off, and here they are. I think they look pretty good. What do you think? And look, they do keycap stuff. And they're not really made to light up. I don't particularly like them like that, but as just a standard keyboard accessory, I think they look really good. Put them any which way. They all, don't smush into each other. And that's that.